Oh, मेरे भाई.
We saw the soil got delivered. We saw the soil got moved into the respective raised gardens, and we almost had half of it left, around half. So 2.5 yards, I would say, roughly speaking, could be like two. We did not measure it. It's just what I eyeballed. That said, at the start of this year, I did mention something that we will do new things in 2025. And one of the new things we're about to do with this video is we have a parallel garden that we are starting in the Punjab province of Pakistan. What we want to show is how different soils work differently. Right now, we would use a different growing technique over there, and I'll show you why. And the next one would be the seasons are very different. So what we're doing right now in northeast of the United States, in that region of Punjab in Pakistan, they have done a couple of months ago. So what I'll show you over here. So what you're seeing over here is a piece of land which we were able to acquire. We did not buy it. It's a friend's space that they will eventually build a house on it. Right now, they're not using it, so they allowed us that whatever time it takes them to build something, we can use it for growing vegetables. We are conscious of the fact that we would not plant any trees over there because then they will be destroyed, and that's a sad part. So it really will be things which are more annuals. Now what you're seeing over here is we had to get a tractor. And the reason for this tractor was that, see the vegetation, weeds. If we would have gone with any other technique, it would have become an issue for us because the space is too big. We don't have too many people doing this. So try to make it as easy as possible so that the guy with the tractor was hired to not only move all the weeds, but also if you see closely, you'll see a lot of debris, mostly stones, whatever is inside the soil, and then things that people have thrown over the years, like some broken planters and things to that nature. All that said, the soil is a bit different also. It's more towards the combination of silty and sandy. Why I'm combining both? Because it has that sandy soil being more granular in terms of sand particles, silty soil, the particles are a bit bigger. So it's a combination of the two. Whatever I'm saying is not too scientific, but really when you touch it, that's what you feel like. Now, whatever we do over here in our own backyard is a bit different. You'll ask me different how, because you'll realize if you've been watching, what we do is we source our soil from somewhere else. We're not really growing on our natural soil. Not that anything is artificial, it's all organic soil, but we source from somewhere else. So we're not utilizing everything which naturally we have in our backyard. So you see the tractor moving around, it cleared everything up. What we have done after that, they made a point that straightened the soil. And then what's done over here that we don't have the video of it, we have sourced cow manure that we will mix with this soil to give it more what it needs, because you know with sandy soil, the drainage is different. It's all, and with the silty, same logic. It's really like topsoil, if you want to say any other way. The cow manure will not only give whatever we need as fertilizer, but also when mixed into that soil, will give a good mix. So this is what I want to show. In the next video, we'll show you where we are in Punjab, Pakistan, and where we are in Northeast United States. Now, do keep in mind, whatever you saw in Punjab was done 2 months ago. So that's the difference. It was their springtime, and for us, it's really end of March, early April, that it's our springtime. So for them, the spring plants have already been done. Right now, they'll be transplanting a summer crop over there. Now, let's come back to Northeast. So as I said, you saw whatever has happened the last couple of days. All that said, What I want to talk about, because on different social media groups that I'm on, people ask some certain questions, and I do want to answer those, even though I try to answer when people ask them, but I want to start answering those questions in our videos so that whoever watches us, it makes their life easier. We got what was, you would call it as open soil. We got it by cubic yard. We got 5 cubic yards of that organic mushroom soil. It's not mushroom compost, it's organic soil. So it has a mix of other things in it to just give it the structure that water does not just drain or becomes a puddle or things of that nature. So you have to mix things. And I've told you that in Punjab, we have the silty, sandy soil. The question over here is, people ask, what kind of bagged soil should I buy? Because box stores are around all of us in Northeast United States. You can go to Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, you name it, and you will find some kind of a soil or a soil mix in bags. Easy, a bit expensive. And we will compare bag versus open soil in a minute. Right now, I want to tell you, in North America, typically when you go for bagged soil, you find 5 different kinds, generally speaking. But before I go into the 5 kinds, I do want to mention something. I'll use the word organic material. Really, organic material means a mix of peat moss, perlite, coco coir, decomposed bark, things of that nature. So that whenever I use the word organic material from here, that really means the combination, all of these things, or some or few more things. Now, as I said, there are 5 kinds of different soils bagged you find in Northern America. The first one is topsoil. What's topsoil? It's really your basic soil. It does not have any organic material in it. You would typically use it, so if you have a lawn, there are low spots, to raise that. It's not, in my eyes, it's not good enough to do your flower or vegetable garden in it. So it's really for raising low points in your lawn, or you want to start some grass, you use topsoil for that. The next one, and before I go to the next one, topsoil is the cheapest. So the way I'm explaining, from cheapest to the most expensive, and depending on where you are, the prices will be different. But typical topsoil on sale, you can find it a standard bag for $1.50. Next one is garden soil, which really is topsoil with some mix of organic material in it. It's still a decently heavy soil. It works best if you have an in-ground growing area. That's what you mix to your current soil. So in the Punjab example, we are using manure because we were not able to source any kind of a topsoil over there. So we're trying to do the same thing in a different way. The next one is potting soil, which is really a mix. It's light, it's fluffy, it's formulated for as a potting mix for your pots. It does have organic material in it, and it is better than your topsoil or your garden soil because it drains better. So it works perfectly in your container gardening. And the next will be manure or compost. Again, they are amendments for any vegetable flower garden, and you mix it. We do have videos of how you compost, which you can go in the last few years and see. We will do a video again, a fresh one this year about composting. Again, the reason being, many people ask that question, what's a compost? Manure, just keep in mind, you can use any kind of manure, chicken, cow, horses, whatever you can source, but you have to make sure that your manure has aged. Especially in case of horse manure, the biggest problem is it's actually the whole eating process, the way the animal eats. Horse manure tends to have more seeds which become weeds in the byproduct. So it needs to sit for at least a few years before you can use it. Try to use fresh or a year old, you will have problems with weeds. Cow manure sitting around for a year and a half, once it dries, it's best. Chicken, 6 months to a year, it's good. And the other thing with manure is if it's fresher, it will have more ammonia. And what ammonia does, people don't realize that, oh, it's just organic material. A lot of ammonia can burn your plant roots, especially your smaller plants. So you have to be careful when you use manure. Last but not least is this new age, which I've seen in the last 10, 15 years, which is called raised bed soil. What that might be. Again, it's a pre-mixed blend. It's well draining. It's close to your garden soil, but has more perlite or other ingredients. So these are 5 different kind of bagged soils that you find, and each of them have a different use. All that said, let's talk about the difference between bagged soil and soil you can source from, let's say, a nursery around you, a farm around you. They sell it by the yard. What's the difference? First, mostly when you buy open soil, it will be sourced for somewhere close by. You're not about to move in trucks any kind of a soil from one part of the country to the other. So it really will be very local from where you are, might be 10, 15 or 100 miles away, but not too far. When it comes to bagged soil, it could come from another country. It can come from anywhere. And so, generally speaking, it would not be local. That's the first thing. So you have to remember the difference. Then, as I mentioned earlier already, that the regular soil bag, whatever the size is, when you do the math, roughly between 25 and 27 bags become 1 cubic yard. So do the math. If you are buying something on sale, which is, let's say, not topsoil, but garden soil, which is a couple of bucks, right? That already becomes over $50 for a cubic yard. The same kind of a soil, if you buy open, will be between $30 and $40. And depending on the region, it could be cheaper. So the price becomes the second thing. Yes, I'll give you something about bagged soil. It's easy to move. If you're moving, you can put a couple of bags on each shoulder and move it around much easier compared to filling a wheelbarrow, as you saw earlier, and then dumping it out of a wheelbarrow. So the convenience surely a bagged soil gets. As much as you think, even on sale, it's not cheap. Open soil will always be cheaper. It'll be better in quality. And with that said, you have to figure these things out. The region I live, there's a delivery charge for any open soil you buy, but a couple of places where I can buy from, what they give is for local deliveries, anything 5 or over 5 cubic yards, the delivery is free. And in my case, if I need 4, and I'm technically speaking paying 1 yard worth in delivery, so why not get 5 and have some extra sitting around? Because soil sitting around in your backyard, if you have the space, works out very well. It matures differently. All the worms in your natural soil will mix into it. So for it sitting for a year or 2, it becomes much better soil that you can buy from anywhere. You would have seen in my videos that I do tend to buy in yards, and I do tend to keep it in the bag because I have some space. All that said, I hope you saw something new. I hope you learned something. I hope that you would be able to incorporate some of the ideas that I've shared with you in your own gardening. Like, subscribe, but do please comment, because commenting will bring a community together. That's what we're trying to do on this channel, my friend Bob. It is not about anything other than making a community and learning from each other. As I always say before I say goodbye, Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.